guys, welcome to another vlog. I can't believe it's been another week already since I chatted to you last. Yeah, so how are you guys? I hope you are all well. If you're suffering with illness or colds, I hope you get better soon. It just feels like I've been so busy just doing lots of different things and you know, writing lists of things that I want to do this year and working out the plan, you know, what I'm doing, where I'm going. Anyway, yeah, let me just fill you in on how this week has been. I had my first paid assignment for doing some filming and some video work, which was quite exciting. So what I was doing was I was doing some hand lettering, but I was doing it on the beach and basically filming myself doing the lettering. It was for a local festival which is happening in April. It's called Goodfest and they are basically going to be running a new festival in April with the purpose of encouraging and inspiring people to get creative and create the change they want to see in the world. I think the guy from Movember will be speaking, also the guy who created the Eden project will also be there. But as you can see in the clips here, it's just really simple, but I just enjoyed being creative in that way. The funny thing is though, what you don't see though, this looks really kind of simple now that it's all done, but when I was doing it, I did encounter a few kind of obstacles, and one of them was the sea. So we tried to film on Porthleven beach, but the sand on Porthleven beach is not really suitable for writing in, and these things you don't really think of until you're actually having to do it. Also, the tide was really high on the day that we went down, and although I had checked the tide times, they would be low, but because the weather has been so kind of wild, the sea was a bit higher than it should have been. So you can see I had to run away at one point because I was almost going to get washed away. So then we changed location and we went to Sands, which is about 10 minutes up the road, and that beach is, you know, perfect for what I was doing. It was like really, the sand was really good, and the space as well was good, and also I was able to get up a bit higher so I could film from a height rather than just do it from eye level. But yeah, it was good to actually work in a different medium. I love the fact that I was able to combine, you know, lettering with film. So I have still been sketching in my Moleskine book. This is actually book 1, but I am maybe a quarter of the way through my book 2. So I am continuing to do that, but I am now actually working on the book layout that I want to do for the actual book, and that's what I'm working on here. I'm actually doing thumbnails and just working out the layout of it, because I thought that actually it's time to start working it out. You know, if I really want to get this published and done, then I need to seriously think about how I'm going to do it. And it is evolving. Originally I thought it would just be basically sketches in a book, and it would just be, you know, quite simple and plain, but I'm now wanting to include like a map of the area that I've walked, the places that I've seen, a bit of history as well in there, and also some stories behind some of the buildings, as well as my own kind of thoughts on the building, and, you know, maybe what I thought when I was drawing them. It is involving a bit more planning and a bit more strategic planning. Like, so when I go out now, I'm thinking, oh, I want to also include that detail of that building or a close-up, and so I just think all these different things will make the book really interesting, not just for people who are living in Porthleven or know Porthleven, but also for those who are just interested in an artist's sketchbook and want to actually have a little tour through, you know, an artist's eyes. I've also been working on a new series. I think I talked about that I said that I wanted to like chat with other creative people and bring in other people into this space that we have here. And I know a lot of you are creative people who maybe are, you know, thinking about doing illustration, or you're already practicing it, or you are into design or photography, or you just generally are pursuing something creative. So I thought it would be really useful to, you know, have chats with people who are actually doing that and are pursuing a creative career, and, you know, maybe talking to them about how they started, what inspires them, what motivates them every day, and maybe also their struggles, things that they found tricky, but ultimately what drives them forward and what keeps them going and what keeps them working in a creative capacity. I know that I've found listening to other people's stories who are creative really helpful for my practice, and I know I've been inspired by people who are just able to share their stories and their experience. So I guess that's what I want to do with this new kind of series, is just talk to people who have that similar interest and who are striving to work in that area. I've been planning basically how I'm going to be doing it. I've got some people in mind who I've already spoken to, who hopefully will go through with me interviewing them or chatting to them. And I just really hope that you'll find it interesting and really helpful and encouraging. I know that it's not plain sailing doing this kind of work and this business, but it is so important, I think, for us to do it. It is worthwhile, guys, to freelance creatively and to bring that aspect into this world we live in. We need people who are creative and who are wanting to pursue this kind of direction. It's so important that we have it in our lives. I know it's going to take a little bit of time to film and get it all edited, but I wanted to share it now with you, that that's what I'm working on. So I can imagine maybe in a month or so that I would have progressed in that area and hopefully have something coming soon. Yeah, so for the rest of this week I am going to be working on my next weekend workshop. I will be continuing to use liquid acrylic inks, but we will be using a favourite pen of mine, which you may have seen in previous videos, and that is this little pen, the Molotow marker. It is a masking fluid pen. I find it really great for lettering, so that's what we're going to be doing in the next weekend workshop. We will be lettering a phrase or a word that you find encouraging. I will be showing you different ways that you can letter, and then also combine it with some of the liquid acrylic ink techniques that we looked at in the first workshop, so that you can actually make a piece of wall art which you can proudly display on your wall or in your workspace, and that will encourage you every time you look at it. So watch out for that, guys. I'm hoping that it will go live this weekend, all being well. I know I've talked quite a bit at you guys. I hope you don't mind that. Like I said, it feels like I've got a list of things I've got to get done, and making plans for 2018. I think it's quite an important thing to do at the start of the year, is to, you know, set what you want to do, and get cracking on it. So hope you guys are well and you guys are also making plans. And if you have any plans that you want to share, I would love to hear them in the comments. It would be great to continue the conversation below, and I will speak to you again soon, guys.